Guys, I have another really good, just general use work knife that has come in. I do like a lot of the more expensive, flashy stuff, but there is a lot to be said for just a good, solid work knife. So we're gonna take a look, first impressions, at this Remet Peacock flipper folding knife. Guys, we got another one of these Remet knives. Now, I do have to say, the way they name their knives is horrendous. So we're just going to call this little Remet Peacock flipper for right now. I will put the actual name of it in the description, but their naming criteria is horrible. But this is actually a pretty good little knife so far. I've gotten it in hand. We're not going to get into price or anything. It's just first impressions. But I've been using this on and off for a few days now. I've been trying to film the first day in pockets, which is basically is, but I've done a lot of cutting with this. And I got to say, these two Remets they've sent me have been really good knives. This one's done in 9CR 18 MOV, just like the last one, but it's done in a satin. It's got a really good blade shape so far. In hand feel, really, really good. The flipping action on this is really good. So let's get into this real quick. Nicely ground blade. It is a little thicker than the last one they sent me, but it's got a very good shape. You can see there's a bunch of adhesive and stuff stuck on it because I've been using it. Really good shape on it, nice sweep to it, and it comes down to a fairly piercing point. They've done a really good job. The grind on this swedge is done nice and consistent, so you don't get any weirdness to it. The grind is nice and consistent, and I'm not seeing any real issues with the edge so far. 9CR, I did cut up a ton of cardboard with this. You've got a flipper tab that's in a really good position and very comfortable in hand after the knife is open. You also have thumb stud deployment if that's what you want. And like I said, action on this just shy of drop shut, and there's no play in that. So that is a tightened pivot. I made sure the pivot was tight, and I Loctited it to make sure I wouldn't get any movement, but that's a really nice pivot. You've got a liner lock configuration. It's running on ceramic bearings. You got a ceramic detent ball with that liner set in, and you have steel liners on both sides. I'm pretty sure this is FRN. I'm not 100% sure, but it absolutely looks like FRN to me. And the handle shape is really good. Pocket clip is not a deep carry pocket clip per se, but it is really, really comfortable. There are no hot spots on this knife. That's one of the things, regardless of the aesthetics of these knives so far, the two Remet knives I've had come in, they've been kind of plain. But the way they feel in hand, the ergos of these knives are good. They're doing a really good job with their design, making sure that they're functional and usable. Jimping is a little soft on the spine, and this like almost bidirectional grip pattern that you have on this is not, I mean, it gives you a little bit of grip. It's more tactile than it is actually grippy. So you're not getting a lot of additional grip from that, but it also is not slick. So far, I'm pretty impressed with both of these knives. I'm going to do a lot of cutting with this. What I got to say is the action on this one is smoother than the last one. It is really good. Now, I do have to admit, the aesthetic of this knife in the black, and I asked for the black specifically because when they asked me if I wanted to do this, the black knives typically show up better on screen. You don't get as much weirdness with color. But it looks kind of cheap. It does aesthetically look cheap, but overall, I mean, for the price, I remember these being like 30 bucks. You're getting a pretty good knife for 30 bucks. Now, I'm not that guy that's going to always tell you that a knife is great. Everything that comes in is great. It's not. But I really have found very few things with this other than just the aesthetics. And it does have a little bit of a misgrind on the tip for the edge. Now, that's easily rectifiable. And the other thing is, it does thicken a little bit at the tip. And that can be a plus or a minus. You can look at that like, okay, well, it thickens up a little bit at the tip, so the tip's not going to be as slicey. But you can also look at it this way. If you are someone that does any bit of prying with a knife, which I don't advise, you're going to have less chance of that knife cracking because it is fairly robust, fairly thick blade stock. 9CR is not a horrible steel. I have enjoyed using this so far. Like I said, really comfortable in hand, and it does cut very well. So It does not have a lanyard hole, so you don't. If you're somebody that's looking for lanyard holes, that might be something you would, you would be missing out on. But overall, nice light work knife right there. This would be a tackle box, throw it in your tackle box, throw it in your glove box kind of knife. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, send you back out about your day. Check out Coffee Brand Coffee. Fresh roasted on-demand coffee delivered to your door. No politics, no pandering, just good coffee. They support the channel. Give them at least just go swing by their website and give them a check out. Their strawberries and cream coffee is amazing. Guys, I'm really happy that Remet has allowed me to do a couple of these knives, because it gets me back to like basic, just good, solid EDC work knives. There is a lot to be said for having flashy, fancy knives and things like that. But then again, there is a big portion of the knife community that gravitates to really good budget knives. Now, there's something I want to point out. I am not going to ever just give you guys a review because somebody sent me a knife and say it's great. If I didn't like the knife, I wouldn't say anything good about it. I would find some good points, but I definitely try to tell you guys all the bad stuff. So I don't want you guys to think just because I got the knife for free that it's going to get a pass. I just truly like the Remet stuff, and that new knives Companter have really impressed me at the price point with how good they are. They're not trying to be anything special. They're just good, solid knives. So the cool thing about Remet is they have a broad spectrum of knives that range in price from the $30 price point up into some of their more expensive, like titanium button lock folders. So it is kind of a cool thing to see a company starting and being able to get in on some of their stuff at the start. So guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please tell me why. I can't change the content. If you want to support the channel, I have a bunch of affiliate stuff. You heard me talk about Coffee Brand Coffee. They're my primary sponsor for the channel. I also have Tempered Trail. They are a sponsor for the channel. Both of those websites share a coupon code of Crazy Sharp, capital C, capital S, all one word, saves you 5%. The Coffee Brand Coffee one, it's built into the link. You don't even have to type it in. Other way you can do it, I have a membership tab down below. Everything is tier-based. Everyone gets access to my Gilded Server. Baseline and Premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways where I give away things that come in like this. Premium tier guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube. And I have an Amazon store down below. I'd like if you pin it to your browser, just use that to do all your shopping on Amazon. You can search for items. You can look at my ideas list, find things that I'm recommending, and it all supports the channel. Guys, just a real quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. It makes it easier to moderate the channel. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.